Thanks for staying with us on Headlines. Now, we have been bringing you live reactions from political quarters as well as our reporters who've been joining us live on the show. Peer Muhammad from our newsroom, Ashmit Kumar, who's been bringing us the business angle that the DMK will have to now seek and look into, as well as our executive editor, Sanjay Pinto, who's joining us here in our studios. Let's just bring in the first political reaction we gathered today, right after that big announcement. The Janata Party chief, Dr. Subramanian Swamy, joined us over the phone line with his first reactions, and he thinks it's most definitely going to be a closely fought battle come the 13th of April. Let's listen in.
Dr. Swamy, good evening and good luck to you in the elections. I know you've been fighting against corruption for many years. Also, do you believe the timing, the fact that many parties, Dr. Swamy, have been probably caught off guard given the early election, and probably this is, as far as I can remember, the first time that there's going to be a long gap between polling and the declaration of results, Dr. Swamy, in Tamil Nadu?
Yes, there is that problem because the electronic voting machine can be manipulated. And my own court case, which is coming to some finality in Delhi High Court, is the date, the final date is March 23rd. And the Election Commission had promised to bring in what is called as a voter receipt, you see. But I don't think they're going to be able to do that in this particular election. But the fact is that it doesn't really matter whether an electronic voting machine is kept for 1 month or not, because if there is going to be any rigging, it will be in the chip, and that means by the time it reaches the polling booth. So I'm not too concerned about the delay of 1 month, but I do welcome polling date of April.
Okay. Dr. Swamy, what do you think will be, apart from corruption that you've spoken about, the biggest election issues in Tamil Nadu here? I mean, there's, on the one hand, you have the freebies, and on the other hand, you've got the spectrum issue here. What do you think would be the biggest issue in this Tamil Nadu election? Well,
we Janata Party people, we did we engaged a pollster to find out, and we find that the word 2G has become a part of the Tamil dictionary, and people use it quite freely in all over. So I think that's going to be the main issue, the enormity of the corruption of 2G. And then other factors will be there. The main problem that that exists is that the Jayalalitha's alliance doesn't inspire any confidence on the corruption issue. They don't have a campaigner who can carry credibility on the corruption issue. So to fight Karunanidhi for them is going to be a little hard. Second, patriotism is also a major issue, and she's got all these LTT people with her. So she's got a hard task ahead of her, and I don't think it's an open and shut election this time.
Okay, Dr. Swamy, as a very seasoned senior politician here, also, I mean, traditionally the pendulum has swung every 5 years. This time around, do you think it's going to be any different? Especially, I know it's a difficult question to answer, especially with the freebies that have been announced in the state over the last 5 years.
Well, it would have been again a pendulum, but this time this corruption factor has become a major factor, and it's difficult to say at this moment whether it will lead to a huge fractured vote. I think, for instance, this time our own surveys show that Janata Party has a good chance in 5 constituencies. We are putting up only 15 candidates, but we found that in 5 we are in a really good position. So there may be other parties also which might be able to get a few seats. In the end, there may be nobody gets a majority, and I don't think that both the DMK and ADMK have much of a campaign issue just now.
All right. Do you think it could be become like a kind of T20 match, go all the way down to the wire? Do you think it will be a very close election?
Yes, it will be, because there will be a lot of vote division, and there will be also the undercurrent issue is going to be corruption. So these towns are not going to easily vote for either the traditional formations. They may select independents, they may select new parties and things like that.
All right. All right. Thank you very much, Dr. Swamy, for joining us. Pleasure to have you as always on our bulletins. Thank you very much indeed.
Well, we were also in conversation with political critic Jnani, who thinks the summer polls is going to be extra heated up within the political circles, and the 1 month gap could be quite painful.
I've been covering elections for the last 14 years in Tamil Nadu, but I'm sure you've got more than twice that experience of covering elections. As far as I can remember, Mr. Jnani, correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think Tamil Nadu has ever had this 1 month gap between polling and the actual results. Is this the case?
This is historical. This is the first time ever.
Okay.
Because I've been covering elections for last 35 years. It has not happened.
All right. So this is a first of its kind.
First of its kind, and also not a very acceptable thing.
Right, that's another reaction coming in there from Mr. Jnani, and who thinks this is going to be quite a painful gap between the polling and the counting. Thanks very much indeed, Sanjay, for joining us with your opinion on what this historical counting could be.
Are you going to ask me to play Paul the Octopus?
No,
or
not
the
this
parrot?
time, but have you changed your mind from the last time?
No, I still maintain that it's going to be a very, very closely fought election, all the way down to the wire, and appropriately right after the World Cup.
And big work for us. A lot of homework and a lot of work on the field as well.
Absolutely. We'll have to sweat it out as well.
Absolutely. Thanks very much, Peer Muhammad and Ashmit Kumar as well, for joining us from the field and from the newsroom. That's all we could pack into this edition of Headlines Now, but our news update in Tamil is coming up next. Do join Saudamani for that update. Thanks for watching.